Hello everyone, welcome to this video on AWS CloudWatch. Today we are going to explore one of the most powerful monitoring tools for AWS environment. So let's get started. Alright, before we jump in, let's quickly look at what we will cover today. First, we will introduce AWS CloudWatch and discuss its benefits. Then we will talk about why you should use it, things like performance monitoring and cost optimization. After that, we will dive into its key features like metrics, logs, alarms, dashboards, events, and insights. We will then go into detail about metrics, logs, alarms, and events to see how they actually work. Next, we will discuss how CloudWatch integrates with other AWS services and even third-party tools. Finally, we will cover cost management tips to use CloudWatch efficiently without overspending. To begin with, let's understand what AWS CloudWatch is. Think of it's your monitoring and observability buddy for all AWS things. It's designed to collect, monitor, and act on data from your AWS applications and resources. What makes it so useful? Well, it centralizes your monitoring, lets you automate actions, and gives operational insights. In short, it simplifies your life as an AWS user. Now, why should we care about CloudWatch? For starters, it's perfect for performance monitoring. You can track things like CPU usage or memory consumption in real time. It also helps with cost optimization so you can figure out where to save money. Plus, you get alerts and notifications for any unusual activity. The best part, it's natively integrated with AWS and supports both cloud and hybrid environment. Let's talk features now. First up, we have CloudWatch metrics, which collect performance data like CPU usage or network activity. Next, alarms. You set thresholds for certain metrics, and CloudWatch sends alerts or trigger actions when the thresholds are crossed. Logs is another feature where you can centralize all your log data for troubleshooting. Dashboards let you create visualizations for your metrics, and events automate responses to system events. Finally, insights allow you to query and analyze log data for troubleshooting and analytics. Basically, every feature is designed to make monitoring easier for you. Now, metrics are the bread and butter of CloudWatch. They collect data from AWS services like EC2 or RDS. For example, you can track CPU utilization for an EC2 instance or free storage for RDS. And if you have custom data to track, CloudWatch supports custom metrics too. The retention period is a solid 15 months, so you can analyze long-term trends. Logs are another key part of CloudWatch. Instead of searching multiple servers for logs, you can centralize them all in one place. You can monitor your application's behavior, search logs for specific errors, and even analyze trends. This is super handy for troubleshooting application issues or conducting security audits. It saves a lot of time and effort. Alarms are like your system's watchdog. You define a threshold, say CPU usage above 80%, and the alarm will notify you or trigger an action like autoscaling. Alarms are tied to metrics, and they can perform tasks like sending notification via SNS or adjusting your resources scaling automatically. It's like having an assistant who's always alert. This diagram shows how AWS CloudWatch Alarm work with AWS SNS to keep your AWS services monitored. On the left, you see AWS services like EC2, RDS, Lambda, and S3. They generate metrics like CPU usage, memory, or storage. In the middle, CloudWatch alarms monitor these metrics. If any threshold is crossed, like CPU usage going above 80%, an alert is triggered. Finally, the alert is sent to AWS SNS, which notifies you via email, SMS, or other tools so you can take quick action. In short, AWS CloudWatch tracks, alerts, and notifies you, ensuring your systems stay in check and problems are addressed quickly. Events take automation a step further. This is where you can create workflows based on system events. For example, if a new file is added to an S3 bucket, you can trigger a Lambda functions to process it. These workflows are real-time and super flexible. Events are also called Amazon Event Bridge. It's a slightly newer branding. Insights are great for advanced troubleshooting. Imagine your logs are a giant haystack and you are trying to find a needle. That's where insights shine. You can run SQL like queries to filter logs, find patterns, and analyze trends. For instance, you can search for all error logs from the last 24 hours. It speeds up troubleshooting and provides deeper insights into your applications. Another reason CloudWatch is awesome is its integration with other AWS services. It works seamlessly with EC2, Lambda, ECS, S3, and more. You can even use CloudWatch to trigger auto-scaling or invoke Lambda functions automatically. Plus, it integrates with third-party tools like Splunk and Datadog for even more flexibility. It's like a one-stop monitoring hub for your entire AWS setup. Finally, let's talk about costs. CloudWatch is pay as you go, which means you are charged based on what you use metrics, logs, dashboards, and insights. But don't worry, there are ways to optimize. Use filters for logs, aggregate metrics, and only monitor what's necessary. With a little planning, you can keep your costs under control while still getting all the benefits. Okay, now let's dive into the practical. First, go to CloudWatch. So, on the left side, you will see this alarms, logs, and if you scroll down, you will find a whole bunch of matrices. And I'll click all the matrices. You can see the bunch of matrices for the stuff in your region. Like I'm at the Stockholm. You can check this. All type of services are there and events, S3, logs. These matrices shows you these things like how many events happened, how many EC2 instances are running, how much load balances are being used, and how much storage and logs are being consumed like this. And when you click on any of these, it shows your graph. For example, if you click on EC2 instance, it will show you how much CPU it's using and how much memory and that all the network stuffs. You can also choose data from last hour or 3 hours, 12 hours. You can choose it and you can also customize the date and time. And that's it for AWS CloudWatch. Thank you.